getting some fuel for the 1050 dozer, and we're gonna go fill that up real quick. Don't really know what else we have in store for today. It's kind of up in the air because I missed the morning staff meeting because I was still asleep. Dad's on his way to go help one of our friends move his excavator for a job that he's doing. We're nice people like that. We like to help folks out. 1050 likes to drink fuel. And it is a boat anchor, by the way. You may wonder, well, why is it a boat anchor? Well, this is like a 100,000 pound dozer, and it's got really, really narrow tracks on it and a giant ripper on the back. And it's just really heavy. And we really would probably be better off with like a 950 GP with a 6-way blade. This thing really isn't that good for clearing land. Fueling it up and putting some depth in it as well. Yeah, I just felt the raindrop. It's odd. Maybe we'll get a little shower here today and give some stuff a little drink. This is very important. This is the fuel cap. You want to remember to put this back on. Okay, it's raining. Let's go. Definitely starting to see some raindrops. And the folks that I saw at Wheeler's sale last week, hello. I appreciated meeting everyone, and maybe next year I'll meet more people. It's really weird when someone comes up to you and talks to you like they know who you are, and you're like, oh man, am I famous? Maybe I am. So meeting folks like that was super cool, and hopefully we'll do more next year. I think there was 5 people that said hi to me and knew who I was because of the YouTube deal, and that's pretty cool. Big news. The March beans have pods. Quite a few of them, in fact. The only thing that this whole March bean experiment has proven is that we can increase our planting window by like a month and a half. And trying to farm a lot of acres with not very many people, that's a big deal.
Let me get started on this wheel.
I think Justin does all the hard work around here now. I've got some more fuel on this truck again to take to Rob, who is out mowing right now. I'm also going to take Rob's place running the mower for a little while. Well, Rob dropped me off here at the tractor and the brush hog, so I'll get to work. Well, we'll get something done. This brush hogging takes a while, but it is very satisfying. My favorite part is when you go over a really tall something and it just lays over and you're and you look back and there's nothing there. Okay, explanation for what's wrong with the 730. So the guy that I took it to said that there was 2 bearings at the very bottom of the transmission that were out. Like, he took them out and they fell apart. So that is why the 730 was making a dreadful sound in 3rd gear. And he'd also found several other little things that he was gonna fix, which is just fine by me. As I took it to him and I said, all right, if something so much as looks at you wrong, I want you to fix it. So the bill on that one's gonna hurt. Yeah, it's a little steep right here. I'm holding my phone about level. It really feels like you're gonna flip over sometimes, but I haven't flipped over yet, so that must be a good sign. Guys, there's a snake right there. Look at, oh, he's doing snake stuff. This is what a waterway looks like when it hasn't been mowed for a couple years. Yeah, it's kind of tall out here, but mower eats it up and asks for more. Sometimes while brush hogging, I find myself going backwards more than I do forwards. Oh boy, another sketchy crossing. Now, some people ask me, Chase, how do you cross a deep ditch like that? The answer to that is simple. One wheel at a time. On this part of the farm back here, there used to be like a hog feeding lot, and there's some John Deere parts out there. Like right now I'm seeing gauge wheel rubbers, closing wheel rubbers, and the top of the cap of a 4430, and some junk tires and chemical tanks. I've been here since 3:30 and it is now 6:04. Let's play the how close can I get to the phone pole with the mower game. And that's close enough. It takes longer to brush hog this farm than it does to actually farm it. I mean, like planting, harvest, tillage, all that combined, it probably took less time than it did to brush hog it. These short frame 7000 series John Deere tractors really don't ride very well, but you can maneuver them into places that you should not be able to maneuver a tractor into. One of my back wheels back there just decided to dip. Man. Yeah, he's not doing very good. Well, I was running along and, well, I kind of expected this thing to fall apart completely, and it finally did. It's a little warm, probably because it's been running on gravel for a couple hundred yards. Well, I'll just set this right here so it doesn't go anywhere. Got the halves of the wheel here in the cab. Lovely evening though. Get ready for some crop duster action. Looks like today we're gonna be changing some oil on the dozer and trying to find a leak. Got a new wheel for the brush hog. Rob got the wheel and everything ready for me so I can take over mowing for him. I've been mowing since about 10:45, and the place I'm on right now is the kind of place that'll turn you from a happy farmer into a really, really upset and angry farmer. So out here mowing, you can kind of see like two different lines in the grass. One line is where the county mows, and then the other line is going to be where I mow. Of course, I'm getting like 5 feet further over than the county is, but they've also got a lot more road size to mow than I do. Well, I just folded up and I've got a little bit left, and then I think I'm going to be done for the day. The goal here is to not hit the telephone poles. So the goal here is to not hit the telephone poles, but you can get away with scraping just a little bit of the wood off the edge of the pole with the edge of the mower. You just can't bring the pole down. That's very important. Yeah, REC would not be very happy with me if I brought down another pole. The end is about 40 feet away for today at least. This is like one of the few times that I think a reverser is actually proper on a tractor. Because when you're mowing, you're going back and forth a lot, so you can just flip it into reverse real quick without having to mess with your IVT transmission or anything. So this transmission, you can hop through the gears in the 5 ranges using this button. And then there's a clutch here. You just shove it in the next one. You can also use this button here to go up to the next gear. The throttle's right here. That's pretty easy. Hitch pin's not straight anymore. And that was a new hitch pin. Bye. I think my dog's gonna destroy more beans than the Japanese beetles did. Dad just got the backhoe loaded up to take up to the fair tomorrow morning. Bright and early at 9:30 in the morning. We put on nitrogen down here in the bottom with our pivots. We put on nitrogen with our pivots because it gives the corn a little bit of extra nitrogen when it needs it versus just putting it all on before planting. Dad's doing some quick math here. So when we're running this nitrogen on, we just pump it into the water that's going through the pivot. Yeah, just a minor leaky leak. I'm gonna take the 4320 on home today too. I wanted folks to see my really ugly tractor, so I brought it up to the county fair for about a week. And it's not that ugly anymore, but you know, it's still not very pleasing to the eye. There's some other interesting tractors here, but I think I had the most modern tractor by at least 5 years. I think we're gonna pull into the gas station whipping the 4320 for a minute. back up at the fair, and the young farmers are building a track for the tractor pull. We got an Alice Chalmers 7080 with an international disc at work, and a scraper that used to be ours. Alice Chalmers over there is smoking quite a bit. The Derby was here at the fairgrounds last night, so there's lots of little metal chunks out here. The disc that we were using here to build this track has encountered some problems. Tell you what though, this is a sharp old Alice Chalmers. I think she's out of commission for now. Well, Goldinger's to the rescue. Brought up the 460 and our disc. And yes, a 460 horse tractor on a 30-foot disc is a little bit of overkill. So with this disking action here, we're just trying to compact the track so that it doesn't like spin out on everyone when they're pulling. These people that come to these pulls come from a long ways away, and they don't want to drive all the way here just to be disappointed. Next step to building the track is using this tractor and a sheep's foot roller and going over it and packing it down. So there's an auction in Iowa with a really cool truck on it, right? And right now I have the bid, but it's still like 3 days before the actual auction starts, so a lot could happen. We also got a new kitty cat. Goldinger Farms to the rescue again. Dad's using the backhoe to push this truck off the track. He kind of broke his drive shaft. I think this is where half the air pollution in the Midwest comes from. It's now the day after the truck and tractor pull. Just kind of taking today to recover, mow some yards, move this tractor. We'll kind of see what else today brings. That scared me. Hey, are you okay? Today I was going to try and get all of my mowing done, but the weather had other ideas. So right now I'm sitting at my grandpa's house in his garage and waiting for my sister to give me a ride back home because I'm not driving the lawnmower home across the highway in the rain. No. Yep, it's raining. Hey puppy. Hey Spot. The rest of today actually didn't turn out to be so bad. The rain kind of went away, but we got about a half inch, 5,500, somewhere in there. That little bit of rain kept me from being able to finish mowing, so that'll be a tomorrow project. But I just wanted to say that, yeah, this is the end of the video, and thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoy it, subscribe. Share the video if you will, you know, tell your friends, tell your mom and dad, or your grandma and grandpa, or your siblings, I don't know. We got about 130 more subscribers before we get to 5,000, which by the 23rd, which is when I actually start class down at Mizzou, I think we can do it. I think we got it. That's it for this one, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Currently, there is a chicken, 3 cats, and a dog running around in the yard.